Hello, and welcome.
Oh boy.
Why not strong? Take your two.
I was waiting.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mize Academy. When we last left our heroes in training, it wasn't Halloween, but that is what we're dressed up for tonight. But
Totally, all of us dressed up, 100%.
those who got inspiration, other way around. Those who did dress up get inspiration.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Ryan,
Wait a minute.
Yeah, give
I
me the
have-
safari hat. Look at you! Free ranger! Like a chicken.
I am a dark lord of the Sahara.
When we last left our heroes, they climbed a mountain while under fire from a strange weapon wielded by a fire giantess. They were able to reach the top with minimal casualties.
She's already dead, it doesn't count.
It's like 3 seconds, it's fine.
And Caspian was able to wrest the weapon away from her, using it to take her out himself.
Uno reverse.
Using the one remaining revivify that King had, you brought her back, preparing to interrogate her. And that is where we return for tonight's episode. So, laying before you with some rather haphazard knots tied.
Well, Crow took over. So.
Yeah, they're still
Better
done in a rush.
comparison.
Still done in a rush.
Look, we've got a lot of people watching, it's fine.
Laying before you is the giantess.
That's right. We ended with hello there.
Yep. Mackenzie's kind of going to look towards you. Still your mission.
Alright. Do me a favor. Take a couple people, look in the cave, see what you can find, and be wary just in case there are traps.
Ares already investigating up there.
Red, Elder, go join. And then they do.
Do you have a name? He's speaking to the giant.
Good, because Elle was this close to responding.
Not one that'll mean anything to you.
Alright. Well then. I don't suppose you're the type that's willing to talk, so I'm not exactly the most interested in asking you too many questions. Because I know you're not going to answer when I ask who you're working for.
Oh, I'll answer that.
Oh, really?
No one.
Alright, let's see if the bullshit detector is not broken. Nah, that's a 2 on the frickin' die.
18.
18 on insight?
Yep.
Crow, you're there. You might as well. And I'll have Mackenzie.
I already have my suspicions, so it's just about...
I'll have the others
Yeah, it's a
make insight checks.
Cass cannot tell. That's like, alright, I get no read on this lady. Unless she rolls less than a 7.
Yeah, no. Ares not there. Definitely not there.
The highest was
I guess 18.
18?
8.
8. Cool. As far as you can tell, she's not lying.
I was going to be quiet.
So where'd you get those pretty toys?
Those were a gift.
Just because they look pretty expensive.
Not so much just because, more so. Suppose you would call it an investment.
An investment. Somebody wants you to go out and cause chaos and kill people?
Pretty much.
Then may I inquire, who is your investor?
I barely even know her.
I'm sorry, what?
War.
Yes, war is very profitable for a select few people.
No. That's his name.
That's his name, is War.
War?
War.
Who's
Can you not say a word normally?
War! War! Alright, I doubt Cass has heard anybody by this name, but just in case I roll in at 20. Nope.
Do you want to make an insight check? Just to.
Oh, well, okay, that was a
Can I do
check.
history
Insight.
and insight? History for the name, insight for...
Go for it.
Okay.
Insight
So
16.
history, no. Insight, 22.
Oh, wow.
She's being forthright.
Okay.
As at least as far as you can tell.
Unless she has a ridiculous deception.
Yeah, not something giants are known for.
This War fellow. Tell me about him.
And what, pray tell, do I get if I do?
To live.
Make an intimidation check.
Elle's trying to, like, stifle a smirk behind him. Like, Cass would never do that.
17.
But good play. Good play.
17? Okay.
Does she call his bluff?
It's a 4 on my wisdom save.
Ooh, she believes him.
Remind me of the question.
What can you tell me about this War person?
Well, I never actually met him.
So you have an intermediary. I don't suppose, then, that you happen to remember anything about this intermediary.
I do. But I think I'll need more than just my life.
Oh, really?
I believe that you'll kill me. I just don't much care.
Can I insight
Go for
that?
it.
I believe that.
Ah, no.
I'll help you out.
This is not a good...
No, I won't.
Yeah, that was a 1 on the die. I'm rolling
Sorry. No.
piss poor today. Gotta
dare you say piss on
keep
the board.
swapping out dice. I'm glad I missed whatever was said.
That's some deep Tumblr lore right
That
there.
was really dumb.
Don't worry about it.
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
You're gonna
I'll tell you
watch
when you
this. Will you edit these?
Yeah, but I'll explain it later.
Please don't.
It's not that complicated.
Elle's kind of just looking back and forth, and he's thinking really hard. You can almost
Has Elle
see
seen the
steam.
robots?
Hmm?
Did Elle see the robots?
No.
If
Or the metal and the
death
crossbow?
is not something that you're afraid of,
Crossbow's chilling.
perhaps
right
you'll
next
be
to him.
afraid of whatever it is that the person I'm supposed to hand you off to will do to you.
I'm gonna say everyone who's there can make a insight check.
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
man.
nice whiskey.
Nice rolling.
Flat 10.
Flat 10. to
19.
same as whiskey.
No modifier? Or is that with the modifier?
That's with
Okay, cool. Nice.
18 plus 1. So you and whiskey both kind of notice there's a very slight reaction when Caspian says, if you're not afraid of death.
Yeah, they're connected. Death and war.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Amy's
Pestilence! Famine!
Yep. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Alright, you get
So who's
you
next?
get death. I guess that means I'm stuck with war. Because now I'm starting to pry.
Crow's gonna have pestilence. That's gonna be the disease, the poison gas, and then Ares gonna be connected to famine somehow. I'm putting the pieces together. The conspiracy board is all coming together.
But yeah, there's a very slight reaction.
Okay.
Repeat what you said one more time, because my brain was
about,
processing.
You talking about him handing her off to
Yeah, so-
whoever he's supposed to, the
And-
ace team leader.
And who might that be?
The Paradisian military. I
Ah,
believe there's a...
yes. So I think I'd rather you kill me.
Yes, so instead I will threaten you with giving you to them.
I thought you were about to
Here's
threaten
the
her with a
thing.
battalion. Yikes.
All I have to do is start resisting.
She's got a point.
You'll put me down. I won't be able to go to prison.
Then why don't you?
If I can get out of here with my life and my freedom, I intend to.
Honestly, I would rather not risk her having freedom. Not if you're going to do things like this.
So you'd rather kill her?
Unfortunately, yes.
How noble.
However, I don't see a requirement for it yet. We'll figure out what to do with you in time. For now, we'll keep you in your own cave. Let's move her. And Cass will summon his spear.
Crow kind of comes over to him. You want to leave her in the cave? We're staying out here for the night. I want to be in the cave.
I was going to take shelter in the cave. Why wouldn't we? I don't want to be out here in the cold.
So what? Are people gonna take watch over her? You know, just like a couple people at a time.
There are 9 of us. It will be very doable. So, yes. We'll take shifts.
Is she gonna get a long rest enough to restore all her health? Or are we gonna deny her, like, first aid?
Make a Arcana or Religion check. The benefits of a long rest are due to the same mechanic that is, that's why in
Or investigation?
Arcana or Religion.
Alright,
Your question is, does a giant have a soul?
13?
13? You don't know. The function of a long rest and how it benefits y'all is a direct correlation to the soul, and that's the same way that HP works that way, where it's like essentially a probability barrier, and it doesn't represent your actual health, it represents how many hits you can take that will be before you take a mortal wound. The reason and that's why it recovers overnight, but that's all provided by the soul. So if she has a soul and she gets a long rest, then it would follow that she would also regain hit points. But you don't know. You guys can make checks too if you want to.
I rolled a 15.
You're not there.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if it was everybody rolling or...
Anyone who's part of the conversation.
Okay.
Hey, I rolled the same as you.
Nice. So none of us know.
You don't know.
Nope. I was kind of looking back
easier
and
to just
forth.
tell her to get lost in the mountains.
We can't let her go.
Yeah, well, if she causes more problems, we kill her that time. Look, we weren't
Not
sent
if-
here to deal with her permanently. We were sent here to retrieve those papers. We've got the papers, I assume.
I
Aries
have
wants.
I have a question. Why did you steal the papers?
That is a pretty good question.
Make a persuasion check. Because you're the only person that's actually asked something in a...
Relevant.
Non-threatening manner.
Exactly.
29.
She's just like, wow, this guy's just so innocent. Sure, why not?
I'll humor him.
Freedom.
What, is your name in one of those papers?
No. Consider it an act of altruism.
What does that mean?
It means that every single person whose name is on those papers should consider it a kindness for their records and all such things to be destroyed.
But they're bad people.
Some of them are bad people not deserving of any good.
Caspian, I'm confused.
I find that to be very reckless.
I find the Paradisian military's presence here suffocating. And the records they keep, useless to the average person. Mostly useful for just keeping track and keeping tabs. I'm doing them all a favor.
Did they want you to?
People don't always know a good thing.
That wasn't what I asked.
I didn't ask.
That's fair.
But even if they expressed dissatisfaction with it now, down the line I think they would understand.
Assuming what they want. Okay. I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying.
Sometimes people know better.
And sometimes we don't.
Sometimes.
Happens more often than we think.
Never answered the question about the intermediary.
That's what I was kind of trying to get back to. But so, what did War want in this adventure that you went on?
Heard what I wanted to do. Decided to give me the tools to do it.
That sounds familiar.
So this war character just has massive crossbows like this laying around to hand out.
I believe this was a bit of a test run.
This was a test run.
Proof of concept.
So there's more of them?
Bigger and better.
Ooh. Okay, Caspian, what do you want to do?
Detain her for now. Let's make sure that all the records are still there, and that we can, well, we've failed our mission, but we can still complete it. So, let's collect everything that was stolen and make sure that we can return it all. I want 2 people watching her at all times.
Just 2.
You think it should be more?
If you want to keep her alive, you better stop her from resisting in the first place. Otherwise, our hand will be forced.
If she forces our hand, so be it. Cass will walk over to the crossbow, pick it up, Load it again. I won't revive you a second time. Unfortunately, we're all out of diamonds.
I have a few.
Shut up now.
Sorry.
Let's go ahead and keep looking. Finish the mission. We'll deal with her later.
So what do you
Okay.
do with her?
Keep her in the cave. Cass is going
She's
to...
not currently in the cave.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Is she not going to move when they go to try and move her?
Not at first, at least.
Alright, in which case, Cass will just sit there with a crossbow pointed directly at her face.
I can make this fairly simple. Can she make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Okay.
Ooh, charming.
5.
That is a fail. Walk, and he'll point in a direction for her to walk for her command.
She has to use half her movement getting up. She falls back down and uses her movement speed for that turn because she is bound, which I decided she'll have to make an athletics or acrobatics check to see if it uses half or more of her movement, and she rolls a natural 1. So she does attempt to walk per the spell.
It's
Okay.
gonna be
She is not able to and falls back into the snow.
Where are the teachers at?
I don't know.
Okay, El kind of feels bad now. He's like, "Ooh, are you okay?
Peachy.
Would you like some help?"
You could untie me.
I don't think I can do that.
This is gonna be a really long night. I'm gonna go check on the papers, and Crow
Thank
takes
you.
off. She does not want to deal with it.
I'll make a persuasion check.
30!
No, you rolled 19.
With some encouragement and, you actually checking up, she does comply and moves into the cave.
Before she gets up there, Aerie
Yes.
is going to first
So we're going to go back a few minutes.
I feel like Ray again.
investigate for any kind of traps.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Okay.
10.
I think you got saved.
Okay. It's a natural 20
Nice!
from Red.
Let's go.
Oh, Aerie was investigating before they got up there.
Yeah, no. But they also would be investigating once they got up there.
Oh, please.
Alright.
Did Ari get caught in a trap and then the two of them roll up and Ari's
No,
like,
with a
10.
with
I
a
need-
10,
I need help.
no traps.
Alright.
You find the two crates, the large, essentially bedroll, and two pitch black metal capsules, but they are very angular.
How big?
Maybe 3 feet tall. It's like a pointed,
Inside the capsules.
multi-
Carry out.
multi-sided pyramid on top, and then going down, probably so 6 sides that it just slowly kind of extends downwards, with a panel on the front of each removed.
Does it seem arcane in nature?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Arcana would be a 21.
21. Not. I mean. Kind of, but there's no active magical effects on them. There are certainly. There would certainly be some aspects to it, but these wouldn't be magic items. More like specially crafted using magic.
They were artificed.
Aerie's gonna take one and put it in the bag of holding before anyone else gets up there.
Okay, it is 3 feet tall and like 2 feet wide.
Yep, the bag of holding is can hold some 4 feet deep and 2 feet diameter at the top. I just looked it up. So it'll fit.
She's like quick stuffing like the bag over it.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do that. And you hear it thunk, hit the bottom of the bag.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
King and Elder, not King, Red and Elder arrive. Red kind of lights a fire in his hands.
Harry casts a light spell.
I'll take a look through the records, see if there's anything missing. And he holds the fire away from it.
Okay, I was about to say.
Harry uses the light and puts it to put the fire out.
And with his natural 20, he will confirm nothing has been, like, whatever organization system is there has not been disturbed as of yet. So everything that was there when they were taken should still be there.
Nice.
Elder is going to take a look at the remaining capsule. I would bet a fair amount of gold that these are what contained the whatever they were. Automatons or again with the packaging and everything. Wonderful.
I have an idea about who made those.
Is there anything else that you want to look into while you're up there?
Aries gonna take a look through the records.
Okay.
Kind of as Red is going through them and look for any names or interesting
You find
things that-
a lot of
anything that would stand out to her particularly.
names. Okay. Roll a d100.
Oh, let's go.
Come on, give us that 100.
Give us something good. Something fun to play with here.
47.
Nope.
47. You find some census records that do keep track of the elven population in different cities in the Daikun Steppe, all of which are very low.
Anything related to members of the Sulin Concord that she would not recognize? What do you roll?
Nothing.
He was seeing how well he would have done. 97. Nice. Would have been nice.
I
Yep.
rolled a 96 earlier.
Why did you
That's
do
why
it
you
that
don't
time?
roll them ahead of time.
Yeah. Heck.
Maybe I want to see how well they're gonna roll.
I just did that. And I
It's
regret it.
too high of a standard to get nervous.
All right. All right. Ari will help close up the boxes.
Red kind of leans out of the cave. We're all good in here.
All right.
She burn it all, or still there?
All of it's still present.
Oh, good. We can bring it back to the scary guy.
She said she wanted to destroy all of it. Why not just do that when she finds it?
Is it possible we caught up to her that quick?
No.
Nah, if she really wanted it gone.
She could have just burned the whole wagon.
Exactly.
She was
So why
taking
hang
it
on?
somewhere.
Hey, Elle.
Hmm?
She seems to not despise you. You think
Everyone likes me. Except for Mackenzie.
And me.
And I don't like him. You love me.
Jury's out, honestly.
Why don't you see if you can get to that additional information from her? Why she didn't...
You want me to interrogate her?
I want you to ask her questions.
Okay, what do you want me to ask?
What I was trying to tell you to ask her.
Ah!
Why she didn't burn any of it if she's trying to destroy it. Why she didn't just do the first chance she got. Why did she hang on to it?
That's a good question. Oh, you want? Okay, I'll yeah.
Yes, please.
I love playing a dumb character.
That's great.
It's a lot of fun. All right, so Elle's going to head over to who we do not know's name, and
Are
just
they
kinda-
just? Are you bringing her up into the cave?
Yeah. She
Oh, she
walks
in the cave now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do
Hello.
you put her and yourselves in relation to the entrance? She at the back of the cave. She is the mouth of the cave.
She would probably be toward the back of the cave.
Okay.
And whoever is on watch with her will have the crossbow. Pointed directly at her, but from a bit of a distance.
As she approaches the back, could I at least have my hands tied in front of me?
No.
She appears to ignore Ari and is looking directly at you, Elle.
Oh, Elle is looking at Crow because it looks like Crow wanted to say something. So Elle's like,
No, I want to say something to Trey.
Oh, okay. I mean, as long as you promise not to run away.
I think that's a rather good deterrent. Nodding towards the crossbow.
She is at 1 hit point.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that, I think, right?
Castle resummon his spear, pointed at her head. Sure.
Oh, may I speak with you for a moment?
I would. Caspian asked me to ask her a question first, so. And then we can talk, yes. Go ahead, Kiera.
Can I make a perception check?
Perception check.
You can interrupt for that.
14!
The cave does not appear to have a back exit.
Good. Thank you for doing that. Because I rolled intelligence to see if Elle would say that, and I rolled 5.
Okay.
Elle had a
Erin
flash.
didn't roll high enough on her investigation check to be able to find that.
Elle remembered something from a movie
Wait, can I
that
make an
Ryan
investigation
saw.
instead?
Sure.
Actually, no, I didn't think about that till now. It's fine.
So we wanted to ask.
Otherwise, I feel like an 18.
Even with an 18, you do not see any back
Just had to check.
entrances.
Just had to know.
Crow, you're making a lot of noise. I'm trying to ask
Spear
a
pointed at
question.
her
Shut
head.
up, you always make noise.
Do you untie her
Fair
hands?
Cass will let somebody else untie her hands. He will actually, I think, motion for Crow.
Who's the strongest
Because-
person in our party?
I mean, it'd be dexterity based.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleight of hand specifically.
I've got
+4.
I've got +5.
Mackenzie has +6.
All right.
Oh, wow.
All right.
All right, so
Let me see if Avery can help him. No.
That's unfortunate.
Almost, but no.
Imagine if rolling
Okay,
a
15.
nat 1 on a help check would like ruin their check.
Gives them
That'd be kinda
disadvantage.
crazy.
it does.
Or if you roll a nat 20, does it like help a bunch? Or
Yeah.
or not?
It's always been the way it's been.
Yeah, I think if you get a nat 20 in helping, doesn't it like add a +5 or something
Either
like
plus
that?
5 or plus 10, yeah.
Nice.
You know what? If you roll a nat 20 to help, maybe you just get to add your modifier for the skill to the check as well.
Nice.
If you roll a nat 1, maybe you subtract.
There you go, that's fair.
Figure it out.
I'll figure that out specifically.
Okay. So, you said that you wanted to destroy the papers.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you?
I hadn't gotten to the bonfire yet.
So you had a plan to burn them, but couldn't get
yes.
to it in time.
This is not all I have.
What is all, huh?
This is from this caravan, of course.
Oh, you have more papers.
Why not just burn them when you find them?
What's the fun in that?
You gotta see a whole damn thing light up on fire. That sounds great.
Yes, I'm building an even bigger one.
Whatever.
I'm confused at her motivation.
She likes to see things burn in a very, very grand scale, and instead of being efficient, she decided to opt for the more dramatic, high
Less
flare.
dramatic, more public.
Ah.
Oh, so you wanted to do it in front of people?
How else would they know?
You could tell them.
Sure, but who's going to believe me?
So was the purpose to tell people what you did, or was the purpose to do the thing that you wanted to do? You wanted to,
People
quote unquote,
don't-
free them.
Yes, and how would they know they were free?
It's true. If the papers just burned in the caravan, the government officials could always write up new ones. They know the inventory, but if they're burned publicly, then everybody knows that the records were destroyed, and it's going to be much harder for them to...
She gets it.
I don't
Yes.
even have papers.
May I ask you another question?
All right.
How do you know Polemos?
Who?
The man who created the automatons?
Never heard the name in my life.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Same.
Flat 20.
24.
Not a hint of dishonesty.
I
Fully.
guess he presented himself as war.
Whoa.
In her head, what does war look like? She can reply in kind,
Yeah,
telepathically.
she responds out loud.
Okay.
I told you. I didn't see him.
So who gave you these?
Call him a broker.
What does the broker look like?
Well, that is apparently information that is valuable to you, considering that two of you have now asked it completely independent of each other. So, considering that might be one of my only bargaining chips, I am not eager to give it up.
I assume Caspian has already threatened your life.
Oh, yes.
Why do we have to keep threatening lives? That's so not heroic. Stop it,
I
please.
wasn't threatening, I was just...
Just doesn't.
You insinuate. Okay. No one's threatening anyone's life. You want to get away, yes?
I'd like to.
Okay. You're a team lead. What do you want to do?
He wants to lug her back. The 8-hour walk. Assuming nothing goes wrong.
What if you took us to the broker?
I don't have any need to, have further dealings.
In exchange for us letting you go, you take us to...
Eddie, come over here for a second. He kind of pulls her away from the group. Well, doesn't pull. He's like,
Yes.
Caspian is in charge of this mission at the moment, so let's not promise things to the
I'm
individual.
not promising anything. I'm making suggestions. If we want information, we want to go up the food chain of who is in charge of this. Caspian can make the final decision on it. I will respect it. If he wants to turn her over to the authorities, that's perfectly fine. But if we want more information, and we want to know who's behind it,
We don't need to. Right now, what we need to do is complete the mission.
alright, then we complete the mission. Never mind, you can ignore what I said.
And
And
you look
you-
over, and the ropes are snapped as she's just scratching her head. She kind of just sits back down. She doesn't even stand up. She just puts her hands back down in the position they were. But the ropes are fully. She just, without even thinking, just
broke
snapped them.
Yeah.
Yeah. She rolled a 30 on athletics.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, see? She can be reasoned with.
Aries gonna leave the cave and go find the teachers.
Grave and Idris are at the bottom of the hill, currently having a conversation.
All right, we can cut back to that later.
Yeah.
Okay. Elle's kind of looking at the mouth of the cave. Caspian,
Yes, Al.
I'll follow what you want to do.
I haven't determined what I want to do yet.
Okay.
And
Mackenzie will kind of... You've done pretty well so far. What's your gut?
My gut's conflicted on this. I can't let her go. But there's also a bigger fish. Something that might be far more important. But I can't let somebody go that I know is willing to kill so freely and so... with such little regard for other people.
Is it a binary option?
From what I see, yes. What do you see?
I see handing her to the Paradisian authorities, letting her go. Is there another option?
I think I might have one. She wants to do these things, and she was able to do them because she was given something by someone else, right?
Okay.
We have the school. What if we offer her something better than what war gave her, and she brings us information?
I struggle to think what we could offer on behalf of the school.
Why don't we ask her?
I think the bigger problem is that whoever gives her something, it's to further the end of this anarchism.
Yeah.
And I don't think the school is eager to get behind that.
It's tough to try and encourage more options when the problem seems to rise from her own desires. We can't change those desires, and those desires are destructive.
Destructive towards what?
Towards people,
Is
towards
it?
the innocent. She just killed a caravan, and she's apparently done it before. How many more people do you think she's going to kill before she reaches her goal?
Don't doubt that. But she also claims that she's doing it for the sake of people.
Yeah, but for
So
the sake
there's
of which
some-
people?
That's the question. What defines who she does and doesn't care about?
She does?
Great. Most people have some form of internal logic, though.
Did I get that right or wrong? I don't know.
It was a bit of a non-answer.
Oh, okay.
What do you think we should do, Mackenzie? Rules as written. It sounds like we should turn her in. But if we're playing at the bigger game,
I think when you have two options that are not appealing. Because either we give her up and we don't get any information, or we get information for letting her free, but she continues to wreak havoc. Neither of those are pleasant.
So what if we can get the information, let her go, and have her not wreak havoc?
Potential.
Yeah, if
We
I
could
were her, I
also-
wouldn't stop.
We
You
could
did.
also,
You stopped. To a degree.
just a thought, you're willing to kill her. Is lying to her really that much worse? Tell her that
You want to lie to her?
you want to kill her?
I don't want to kill anyone.
Not you.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to kill her, but I'm willing to.
Technically,
If
you
that is-
already did.
My point remains.
Why not we ask her what she's protecting in the first place? What it is that she actually cares about? Who she thinks she's helping?
Also true.
Well, I admit at this point I'm curious. Castle.
So at this point, I'm starting to side with her. Based
You
off
would.
what I've heard.
Cass will walk forward and stand in front of her. He'll dismiss his spear. So who are you doing it for?
What do you mean?
All of this. Who's it for?
I've told you that already.
For the people.
Yes.
Which ones?
Make a persuasion check.
I mean, my persuasion's decent.
Yeah, but that's a 6.
It's a 13.
I have plenty of inspiration. So
Yeah,
I'm using
I was gonna say,
Okay.
I'll have so much saved up for today specifically.
Yes!
That's a 25.
25. For my people,
Who are your people?
people of this land.
You got a government issue going on here?
You have an outside military force come in and occupy and claim your subcontinent for generations to no tangible benefit. And tell me that you wouldn't have any problem with it.
I think I get it now.
You consider yourself a revolutionary.
Words are cheap. I don't deign to think that I could remove paradise from Daikun. But doesn't mean I can't do just a little bit here and there.
You want to kick them in the shin when you can.
Or the balls.
I was trying to be,
Wise choice.
you know. Yes, I can very much see you and her getting along.
She's got a point. Look, this isn't exactly a fair society.
What is?
I wouldn't
far-
necessarily agree with killing innocent random people just to get your message across.
Are they innocent if they're doing the work of an oppressive government?
If you have to ask that question,
If
then you
they're
don't know that
oppressive.
they're innocent or not. So default to the first one and then make the judgment later. That's what
Maybe
the
the
law is
well-being
for.
of their own families depends on that job.
First off, law imposed by the very people that I have in opposition to being here. So, that's kind of a moot point. Secondly, they chose to work for Paradise. There are plenty of other things they could be doing.
You know what's funny? I think both of you have been taught that the opposite person is your enemy. But you have forgotten that they are still a person.
Hmm.
Do you want to know who your real enemy is?
I bet you're about to tell me.
It's not the person. It's not the people there. It's the ones pulling the strings.
I don't disagree with you, but I also don't have a, what's the word? A death wish? I would rather you kill me than give me to paradise. But if I can do my work without being killed, I'd greatly prefer that. And no one who pulls the strings in paradise is vulnerable like that.
Funny. I think the people in the caravan would have said the exact same thing as you.
Said what?
Prefer to do my job and not get killed.
Shouldn't have been doing it for paradise.
I could say the same thing about you. Shouldn't have been doing it for the silly little nobodies on this frozen little rock.
Well,
And I'm willing to die for it.
Yes.
Prefer not to, but I'm willing to.
the people who live here on this silly little rock are still people too.
Oh, I know. I was making a point about the place, not the people.
No, I got his point. He was saying that those who worked in the caravan would be as dismissive of the people in Daikun as I am of them.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So what makes you better than they are?
Who says I am?
I certainly don't think so.
Did I ever said I did?
No, you didn't. It disappoints me that you're willing to stoop that low.
You're someone who's willing to kill a prisoner.
Only if I have to.
Your first words to me were answer and you get to live.
I know.
That doesn't sound like a thing of having to or not.
Very convincing, aren't I? I'm gonna ask you again. What's your name?
Anis.
Anis?
Get your mind out of the gutter.
What is even...
Nothing.
I'm assuming there's a character name or something.
Nope. Nope.
Anis?
Yes.
Change one letter.
Absolutely nothing.
Change one.
Think of no related imagery whatsoever, but think of a planet.
Yours?
Yeah.
Anis,
Stop.
if you tell me everything you know about war and this intermediary and everything in between, we will let you go.
Inspired.
Make a persuasion or deception.
I got it out before you said it.
Probably won't need that.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you which it is?
Yes.
Persuasion, 21.
Okay. You're telling the truth.
I don't want the soldier. I want the person who's giving the orders.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Everything. Who is this intermediary of yours? And how can I
Goes
find
by the
them?
name Famine.
Gosh. All right, now Cass needs to do the natural 20 to put the pieces together.
Yes!
So
Sorry.
that would be a.
I'm sorry.
Flicker. You made it upset.
I'm sorry. Calm down. Relax.
It's gonna keep
Hang on,
doing
hang on,
that.
hang
It's
on.
trying to connect. That was too weak.
Yeah, it was. Would you hit back? Thank you.
That sounded so-
I still didn't move. No. It's the smart light being dumb.
Yeah, these.
They're the dumbest smart lights I've ever seen.
They really are.
Should have just unscrew it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Well, it might start blinking again if the connect fails.
Fair enough.
We'll get to that. Honestly, we might be able to turn them off just with the lights that we have.
I mean, we probably could, but it's a little extra.
With a natural 20 on religion,
Yikes.
there is an old story, older than ancestors, Forsaken, everything, that does talk about the harbingers of the end time. 4 horsemen.
One of them's got a horse. Where are the other horses? Can Minotaur ride a horse?
Famine, war. Different tellings of the story have different ones. Sometimes it's famine, sometimes it's conquest, sometimes. But the most popular group that you've heard, this would be like a, not quite a bedtime story, more of a, more like
fables.
yeah, a fable, like the boogeyman, kind of like scare you into not acting up.
Baba Yaga?
Exactly. War, famine, pestilence, and death. Riding on a pale horse.
Yep.
You scared the light, Trey! Ugh!
All right, Kiera, go for it.
Yeah, just either unscrew
Just
it or
unscrew it.
well, turn it off and see how the lighting is.
The light. Oh, it's like
Yeah,
switch.
like the switch. Tactical difficulties.
Wrong light switch. Wrong light switch again. There you go.
That's not.
Actually, for the old cave in the,
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
you don't have a campfire lit at the moment. It's fine. Yeah, check and see.
It's just gonna make all of us white people look even whiter.
Well, it really will. I need you guys to know that I have to boost my saturation like extra to try and get some color on these faces, and it only works for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't go outside.
Same.
No!
I work in IT.
You're
we
all
don't
so
go
pale.
anywhere.
Even me.
I burn.
Yes.
I don't go on this one either.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
the
apply
one concern
sunscreen
I
every
have.
2 hours.
We might have to cut some of this. The one concern I have is that Kiera, the two of you on the edge are very
I could just
much.
loosen the light bulb.
Yeah, turn it back on. It might stop blinking.
I can always buy more lights.
Hey! Hey! What do we...
Nope.
Dang
Nope.
it.
Nope.
Just unscrew it.
Yeah.
Smart bulbs
I
are
didn't show
stupid.
off my cute little outfit in the meantime.
Please don't fall.
As funny as that would be,
There
don't
you go.
fall.
Thank you. You want to know? I know why this is happening, because even though you're connected to these ones, I had to disconnect and try to reconnect to mine upstairs. And for some reason, it decided, oh, that one disconnected. I'll disconnect all of them.
So its solution was to flash repeatedly?
That is what it's. That's when it's searching for a.
That makes sense.
And
I might just leave it. Who knows? Anyway.
sure,
No, it's more bits.
yeah. So, yeah, the story, war, famine, pestilence, and death Death riding on a pale horse.
Butthead.
Yep. I think Cass's facial expressions change to a little bit of shock as he comes to realize.
Goes by Famine. Short, little one, pitch black armor.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Peach black armor.
Face mask and everything. Had 2 bodyguards, I suppose.
Did they look like the ones you had?
No. One of them was green skin, the other one red.
I know. I have a note.
I'd guess half orc, maybe orc, and fire ganassi. The little one I couldn't tell you. No features.
Caspian,
Yes,
we know these people, don't we?
we do.
Oh, what fun.
These two ride.
Yes, 2 of them have been to my home.
The 3.
Well,
At least.
Cass doesn't know the third one.
No, Death was there.
Yeah.
No. War. She hasn't given a description of war, so he doesn't know if war's been there or not.
I think War is Polemos.
I think you might be right.
Could be. Unfortunately, I think this means I know how to get in contact with Famine. I don't suppose you are aware of Death.
The name may have come up.
And how about Pestilence?
Perhaps.
But wait, I'm confused. Why would you accept help from beings who obviously want to destroy everything from their names? And 2, why would they help you?
Same reason Death helped Oliver. Sow the seeds of chaos. Break down the world around you. It's easier to conquer.
Conquer. Barely even know.
By the way, that includes the Daikun steps if they get their way. Just saying.
Reality is, a lot of people try to do things on a grand scale. Can you remember the last time one of them succeeded? That's why I like to keep my focus small.
So what happens if they come here?
If they try to be the next paradise, I'll kick them in the balls the same way I do them.
I believe that you would have a right to at that point. Yes. Mackenzie, you never tied her hands again.
I did.
Oh. Okay.
Gaspin, you got more questions?
So many.
I can,
What was that?
I was given a... What's the word for it? Dossier?
Were you know?
A little bit of a... I was being sold. Well, sold is the wrong word. I didn't have to pay for it, but, I was given options.
Can I see it?
Oh, no, I didn't get to keep it. But I can...
How much can you remember?
Quite a bit. Considering that was a 19 on intelligence
Ooh,
test.
wow.
Freaking oh no. And she will don't suppose you have a... Well... I don't suppose there are any blank papers in there. She points to the crates.
Probably not.
What do you need it?
But considering that I am not going to stand in your way...
Red kind of just goes, yes, there's some extras. Kind of rifles through and...
What was the specifics of the mission? We have to recover the artifacts, right? Or the,
It was to attempt to.
Yeah.
It was to... The specifics of the mission was these things were stolen, deal with it.
Okay.
Yep.
And she gets some of that paper and some, like, charcoal and starts kind of sketching out some things.
It's the net one.
She's not very good.
Do we want to use an inspiration for
That
that?
was a nat 1.
Yeah, we want to use an inspiration for that.
I'm taking notes.
I don't want to, but fine. Go ahead.
19!
Good.
Those dice are hit or miss, apparently.
Yep.
Considering this would be a dexterity check, that would have been a 0, and this is now an 18.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
All right. Well, both of my inspiration have done really well so far.
Oh,
That-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
very much
19
so.
and you're 18.
So, first she sketches out this is the symbol of famine, and it's an 8-pointed star. Well,
Do you have the image?
I do, but I'm also going to describe.
Okay.
It's 4 points extending out, very much like a compass, and then 4 smaller points, with a red crescent on one side and a yellow crescent on the other.
Hold on, wait. Say that one more time.
An 8-point star, like a compass. So 4 longer ones in each cardinal direction, and then 4 slightly smaller ones to the diagonals, with a red crescent on the leftmost one, and a gold or yellow crescent on the rightmost one.
Bit like this, maybe?
Let me see.
That looks almost exactly
That
like
is
it.
exactly what it is.
Oh, look at that. Whose is
sent
that?
me
Famine?
That
this.
is famine.
Okay.
Can I make a
that
history check to see if
2022
I
in May.
like to see if
red
Cass
on the
recognizes any of the symbols she's about?
Yeah.
Go for that
Can
one.
I do the same thing?
Uh-huh.
Because that's what I just rolled for.
I would like
To see if he recognizes the symbol at
recognize
all.
it.
Do you guys want to roll now for each one, or roll for all of the symbols at
yeah,
once?
Will I have to re-roll?
Up to you.
I was
I don't want to
intending
re-roll.
Okay.
to.
So we'll do it we'll do it for each symbol.
Okay. Natural 20.
Oh wow.
Okay. You only in the briefest sense. Unfortunately, there isn't. A nat 20 is great, but there's not really a circumstance where you would have encountered it. I'll tell you. I will give you something for the nat 20 though.
Okay.
I will say that you can recognize what the symbol is.
Oh, what is it?
Scales. Top down.
Oh, I see.
Blood and gold.
Yeah. Huh.
Nice.
Interesting.
The
With an 11.
famine rode forth with a set of scales.
Mm-hmm.
With an 11.
11, you've never seen this before.
Oh man.
This one?
With all the biblical themes, I hope we don't end up running into an angel. That'd be scary.
He has it on his shield.
Wait,
Yeah,
if we
it
do,
was at the party.
it would probably help us,
That's true. That's true.
depending on what we do here.
No, not.
Especially if you don't
this
have,
is-
the blood of this giantess on your
No,
hands.
that's one of the bodyguards.
I mean, he does, but
This is one of the bodyguards.
also at the same time.
But I've seen him before.
Yeah, you saw him at the party.
No, before that. You sent me that in May of 2022.
Yeah, because I was proud of it.
No, there's a
If you can find
conversation.
the chat that we had, and if there is something, then I will tell you. But
The money, like the 200
that's-
gold,
that's
however much it
funny.
was. The bet.
Uh-huh.
This is the guy who showed up for it.
Oh, that's right.
Uh-huh.
Wait, did she make
What's
a bet with
what's happening?
famine?
This isn't famine. He's just got his symbol. Unless
Okay,
he
yeah, you do recognize it from there. I completely forgot about
It's
that.
been over 2 years.
That is
What the heck, Trey? How can you forget that one tiny little detail?
yes, you have seen the symbol before. You don't know anything further about it other than when it showed up. But you have seen the symbol.
Thank you for helping to clarify that. I was going to drive me crazy otherwise.
That is absolutely true.
That's funny.
And then, what did you roll?
Oh, I got like an 11.
An 11?
Yeah.
I mean, you recognize it from the...
From the stories.
No,
something.
actually, not used in the stories at all. If L explains the purpose of the imagery,
He does.
then you recognize that, like, okay, that seems to match up, but this specific symbol does not originate from the stories.
Okay.
You do recognize it briefly from, you would have seen on your family's, like, itinerary isn't the right word, like the guest list.
Okay.
Essentially, you would have seen it next to
Next to a name.
the individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But
gnome.
But with an 11,
He's a gnome.
The gnome who was unannounced when he entered the party.
unannounced, in depleted residuum armor.
Yep. I made a note specifically of it.
I told you to.
Yep.
Hey, take
I remembered that.
concept of the armor and connect that with famine. Mm-hmm. A complete lack of magical effect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, great.
Yeah, Pestilence is definitely the one who killed Crow's clan. 100%.
The next symbol
Uh-huh.
is the background is concentric rings. She also has to describe the colors because she's using charcoal.
Tell you what. I'm going to use my my subclass ability, and for the next 3 hours, she has crayons.
Amazing. Take an inspiration. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Wow, that's amazing. That's genius.
Yeah, so she is able to, with an 18 on dexterity, she is able to
Wow.
use them to draw it pretty good. Is concentric
Yeah, I need to put
red
fabric
circles, very much like a bullseye, and then on top of that, I think they're called a chevron.
Oh, is that
Chevy?
like the? Is it the
No,
private
no, it's-
symbol?
no.
Is that for
corporal?
war or...
This one is for war. It is not a chevron.
We're not driving a Chevy? Dang
Shut
it.
up. There's a name for the symbol. It looks like the spades symbol. Well, no, it looks like a cross between spades and clubs.
Is it the French
Is it
thing?
like the little...
Yes.
The, like,
Yeah, the
Oh.
floor something.
Floor. Yeah.
Yeah. Some type of
The
flower.
floor.
The fleur!
Fleur de lis.
The fleur.
Fleur de lis. That sounds
Yeah, it was close.
right.
Fleur de
Yeah.
After we
Closest any of the rest.
I know what
100%.
you're talking about.
Fleur de lis.
Wow, we are so educated.
I can speak in French.
So basically, it's like a like how a wheel has spokes. It's
All
8
around.
of those with a fleur de lis at the end, and then a black circle in the middle.
I'm straight up just going to call it a fleur now. I'm sorry.
Fleur blur.
Fleur.
And I just posted that one.
After Discord
And
updates.
that one is the symbol of war.
It's like a chariot wheel.
Or a target.
Sure, if you want to be boring.
If you guys would like to make checks.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Forgot we gotta make checks for each of these.
Not on that one.
A little bit
roll?
worse on that one.
17.
2. I want to use inspiration. 17. Never seen it.
9.
Nada.
No! That was so close to a natural 20.
What'd
It
you get?
was one side away.
1.
Natural?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a -1. Without the rolling, good sir. Because there are some characters. Stop it.
Oh,
2.
yeah, by the way,
I'll give you one more free one.
in case if you need to use it at some point, Kiera, you do have a nat 20.
It's true. Yep.
That is true.
I'm not using it for you.
No, yeah. I just wanted to remind you before
Yes,
we
you have advantage.
end
because
our
of
sessions.
situations.
Situational advantage.
Okay. We'll go with that then. If I roll.
Use a different die.
I know. We'll go with the metal one.
It's cocked.
No, come back.
Very middle of the road.
No, it's not. Let's try this dice.
That was
Is it Polemos' symbol?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he would need to roll for that, to be honest.
DC was like 5.
Oh, I would have gotten it on that. It doesn't matter. I knew what it was.
Yes. Like
Sometimes we don't need the dice. Turd. Thank you.
I was about to fall on.
the next symbol.
You know what the worst part was, Trey? I'm sorry, I gotta tell you this. The last roll that you gave me was a 5 on the die.
-1.
Ella's just stupid right now.
Elle's
I
very
may be
excited that he was
stupid.
able to immediately recognize the one that he's still thinking, yeah, it's a scale. It's a scale. Holy crap, Polemos!
The next one is the closest shape that you can compare it to is it's kind of similar to like a bird skull, black with white eyes, and extending a bit beyond in the back.
I
Like
wonder which one this might be.
yes, it is the symbol of death.
Spear shaken.
It is very clearly a.
Whoa. That's a much cooler death.
This is true.
Very clearly a skull-like
Yeah.
symbol
Do you know who this is?
with a almost like a.
Do we all get advantage on figuring this one out?
This one you don't even have to roll.
Like, we know that.
Actually, no. None of you have seen this symbol explicitly before.
Okay,
But
17.
Well, like we
you
can
are
put it
told
together.
that this is the symbol for death.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then finally, a white background with a depiction of a green dragon.
I knew it.
That crow you immediately recognize as what was on the sails of the ship that dropped the poison gas.
So what is this one?
And this one is pestilence. If I went with war, I got the weapon and some enforcers. Some kind of undead was offered to me for death, and
Yes, the mycelium creatures.
is that what they are?
Well, it's an oversimplification, but yes.
And some chemical weapons with the pestilence.
Ugh.
Yes, I am willing to kill, but I don't have a desire to make it painful.
Crow walks out of the room at that point.
Let's see. Do we notice that?
I don't think she was hiding.
Well,
Would you roll?
I roll a 4 on the die. Cass is kind of.
Plus insight?
Oh, that's 9. But
It's okay. Al notices. So, you're talking to her and getting all this information. That's fine. So, is Whiskey going to follow Crow out?
With a 14 on insight, she's just gonna silently leave after her.
Okay. Then Elle will not go out.
And, that is about it. I've decided. First, I spoke with the, Ganassi. Told her what my plans were. They found me after I had completed a few. And you know what? If you do really let me go, I'll even tell you where the rest of the documents that I've taken are.
I'll be honest. Compared to this, that's a small fry thing. I'm not concerned.
No complaints from me.
You promise to think about the people the next time you try to do something like this. Because they may think the same thing as you. They're still people.
Let me put it this way. If less or even no people die, are you going to come after me again?
No.
Then I will consider it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Because I don't disagree with the thing that you are doing by any means. It's how you're doing it. Because do you want to be a warmonger or do you want to be someone that the people of this land look up to?
Neither.
Okay.
I want to get shit done.
I think you could do that without killing people. That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes. Sometimes not.
Okay. Just try.
I'll consider it.
Okay.
He's still done the best that any of us have.
I'm trying it.
We're going to, because I just realized, Ari, a while ago.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, hold on one second.
He's writing this.
I'm making notes.
Do we want to
all
like?
good.
Then
together.
we'll do Crow and Whiskey first.
Do we want to like retroactive? No, you still.
No, I'm good.
Worked out there. Okay.
Yeah.
Whiskey does not make any sound with her
I
footsteps.
doubt she would notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crow is outside, kind of away from the entrance, a lot of sight, just kind of pacing back and
Seeing
forth in the
red.
snow.
Something got you bothered.
Where the hell did you come from?
The cave.
Whatever. Do you need something?
You do.
What makes you think that? What? Whatever. I'm just. It's not a great time for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you can help?
No.
Just learn things that I wish I didn't know.
Sucks.
Just worse when you can't do anything about it.
Says who?
I don't know anymore. What?
Says who?
I don't know, okay? Look, I
What do
know
you
someone
want
who's
to do?
trying to make a difference, and I don't even know what the hell happened to him. And there's nothing I could do. I'm just a nobody. It's too late anyways. Everyone's gone.
Everyone?
Most. Why does it matter to you?
Kindred spirit.
What does that mean? In this context?
Do you want to know?
What you're asking?
Do you want to know?
Yes? Okay, just spit it out.
She will, for the first time the entire school year, activate her form of dread.
She turned into a bat.
As you see, I need to pull up because
This is gonna be some like crazy, like skeletal, like zombified,
Got
like.
something in your face.
He He
Yeah,
used actual tape to make
I did.
Yeah,
I
that
had
was like a black line on your face.
Yes, it's probably the goop from the tape. Tape goop. Tape goop. Yeah.
As you see, Whiskey has this kind of long white hair, and you see it just kind of fall off, and portions of her skin just kind of just almost decay away. Her skin itself turns pure bone white. It's not like completely gone. Her eyes completely like milky white over, and her hands become skeletal. And there's still like a few like disparate strands. It very much looks like
It's like a corpse.
like the corpses you fought, even. And while it is a pale white, it is not mycelium.
Yep. What the hell are you?
A kindred spirit.
That's not explaining a lot.
I'm like you. And she will drop her form of dread. And the color comes back to her skin. Some of the hair kind of regrows, and her wounds on her face seem to heal.
I like the idea of all her hair coming back into existence like
Like those Play-Doh things.
It is honestly
Yes.
more of a slow and almost painful-looking process. Just
Gretch.
So what is she? I have no idea what she is.
A dampier.
Oh, that's
What? So I'm gonna end up looking like that.
I know what I think it is.
no. But I am also someone that did not come back quite right.
So what's your point?
Why the hell are you here?
Hell if I know. I'm trying to
Figure
it out
it
myself.
out.
And who are you to tell me, huh?
No one. But I know why I'm here.
So what's your bright idea?
You lost everything.
You don't know hell about it.
I don't need to. The only other time I've seen that look in someone's eyes is when I look in the mirror. And I can't even do that anymore. You are at the school. Are you here against your will?
No.
Then why?
She's going to swing a punch towards her.
Okay, go for it.
That is a 19 hit.
Hits.
Yeah. 3 damage.
There is a uncomfortable noise.
Did she say or do anything?
So that you know, Trey, Elle is now standing at the mouth of the cave.
Make a stealth check.
He's not trying to be stealthy.
Are you trying to be noticed?
No. Okay, I see what you're saying. Whoops, I rolled.
Really well.
Yeah, and I didn't want to. Flat 20.
You will not be noticed until you draw attention to yourself.
Got it.
You're not hiding, but you are not. You're kind of just like hanging just around the corner, just listening.
Chilling.
And then he hears the weird noise and he peeks.
And it does. With that hit, it sounds a sound that you're familiar with. The sound of like dislocating a bone that then just pops back into place.
Ooh.
Does that help you feel better?
Shut the hell up. I don't need your help or your opinion or anything. Got it?
Why are you
I said shut up!
here?
And she will take off flying.
Give me a second. I need to check something. She is going to make a opportunity attack.
Fair enough.
And let me double check something.
Are your wings magical?
Yep. You were gonna try to heat metal on me?
Do you have Dispel Magic?
It is
Doesn't
not a
work on
magic that can be
magic.
dispelled.
Oh,
It's
dang
a
it.
3.
Oh!
Yeah, that hits!
But she is going to, technically it wouldn't be, so a 19 plus, so that is in, she is going to attempt to grapple.
Fair enough. Is
So-
that something I can test?
Yeah.
It is a 12.
12. And must be like the spider climb ability as she's like sticking to the ground as she
Yep.
just grabs your ankle and pulls you down.
Yoink.
You and I. Came back when we shouldn't have. By all rights.
What kind of point are you trying to make?
It's your goddamn life.
She will push her away. And
There are plenty of things that will make you upset, that will make you mad, and that's part of living. But it sounds like you still have people that you can fight for.
she'll walk away.
Whiskey will just kind of watch. Let you.
Which way are you walking?
Somewhere.
Just down the mountain.
path, probably along the mountainside.
That would
Get lost.
basically the only one that is down that path. Unless you're gonna just
Difficult terrain.
okay. Good luck.
She has too much difficulty, she'll fly.
Yep.
She needs to be alone right now.
I will kind of, when she leaves, walk down to Whiskey. Doesn't look at her, just kind of looks off into the distance. All cinematic like. Thank
Just
you
like
for
the movies.
exactly. Thank you for talking to her.
Lots of good it did.
I think it did a lot more than you know. Why are you here? If you don't mind my asking.
Because I don't intend to waste my second chance.
think you'll be okay. And he'll hand her his potion of healing.
Don't need it.
There's 3 hit points.
And she had temp HP from Form of Dread.
Nice.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Very nice. Ah, okay.
Yep.
Don't you have magical healing? Oh, you used it. No, wait. Did you use all your spell slots?
Absolutely not. No.
Well, why waste an expensive potion on 3 hit points?
Because 1, I have Caspian, and 2...
You have 50k now.
well, no, sometimes you offer the olive branch, you offer the something. It's a show of gratitude.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You could just lay on hands.
I don't have that.
I can.
Okay.
I used all of that on Crow.
Yeah. Whiskey will return to the cave.
I was going to wait outside for a little bit.
Meanwhile, further down the mountain,
Crow was gonna go and chat up some conversation with some people, and you got her emotional.
Sorry, put your axolotl hood up.
Yeah, by the way, that was very entertaining to watch Crow be super emotional in a pink outfit.
No, I thought about that. The moment the symbol came up, it's like, of all days, I'm wearing this.
As it all should be.
Crow was being edgy and traumatic, and I'm like,
Yep. Perception check at the bottom of the mountain for Ari and the teachers.
go for it.
I should have put the hood up during all that. That'd be really funny.
16.
16. I'll tell you what you see in a
Tell me
minute.
what
All right.
I don't know what you see at the moment.
Understood. I like it. I just want to make sure that Al can see.
absolutely.
I'm an edgy zombie.
So as Ari is approaching and sees him having a conversation, she tries to be quiet, so she's not interrupting them or, I mean, Grave's gonna probably notice her regardless. But can she read their lips as she approaches to see what they're talking about?
I mean, if you're close enough to see, you're close. They're not like talking quietly necessarily.
Okay.
Sorry, give me a second.
1,000 times up.
Shut up.
I took no damage from that fight. I can do all the shenanigans I want.
Yeah, I'm at 13 hit.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, Cass
What
has
if I
actually been
apply
bloody.
Shenanigans to whoever has the lowest health, no matter who triggers it?
Please don't give me that power. Please don't give me that power.
Trey, he will TPK us all.
I have had someone down themselves.
Yeah,
No.
it was Will.
No, it was...
Yeah. I
It
think
was-
Will also did it once.
Yep. It was awesome.
I
I've
do
had
remember
two
that.
people do it. They're kind of just. Idris is saying, "See, they were fine. They sent up the flare. They sent up the flare because they were scared, not because they actually needed help." I know, but relax. They're fine.
Brave of all people, fussing, stressing.
I have a feeling that he fusses and stresses the most. We just don't see it.
yeah.
Internal.
Graves' internal monologue 24/7.
My man has the poker face of a god.
No, that's Solus.
Nah, Solus is cheating.
He doesn't
Solus
need
is
a poker
a
face. He just has.
A mask.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cheating. I don't want to look at that.
But they do notice you. Hello, Ari.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
You're not.
The culprit, is a fire giant. She is currently, was tied up. She's probably broken free of her bindings at this point, but she is currently non-threatening. She's at the in the cave. All of the stolen goods have been recovered. Caspian and Elios and Mackenzie are interrogating her, trying to determine what we're going to do.
Oh, would you look at that? They are all right. Yes, I know.
I understand that firing the flare means that we automatically fail the mission, even though at the end we did succeed, but the flare was still fired, and I wanted to request that I be the only one to fail, because I was the one who went against Caspian's leadership and fired the flare anyway.
So Idris is currently kind of half reclining on a floor.
As he would be.
And at that, he stands up and... Let me be clear. A failed mission is a failed mission.
Yes, I
If
understand.
one of you fails, all of you fail. Both your team and Mackenzie's.
I am asking for an exception because the rest of the team
No such
succeeded.
exception can be given. You're not graded individually. However, I don't intend to mark this up as a failure at all.
Even though we fired the flare.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I fired the flare.
Yes, you did. Because you are a student who is learning. Let me be clear. The next time a flare goes off, you are not... It is not a suggestion. You are instructed, required even, to hunker down and not do anything that you do not have to do to stay alive. If a flare is fired, that means you are hiding until help arrives. Because the mission is over.
Yes. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You live, you learn. Somehow I doubt that you'll do this again. And if you do, I probably won't be there to help you. So... Yes.
So, just to clarify, you're not going to fail any of us?
No. Did you need our help?
In the end, I guess not.
Then I don't see any reason to say that you did. Now, let's be clear. Everything that's left in this mission, including returning to the ship, will be on your shoulders to complete on your own. But if you didn't receive a teacher's help, then the flame might as well have never been fired.
Caspian will be glad to hear that. Thank you.
And Grave kind of just... Yes, I should be thanking you as well, Idris. They are very capable students.
What was that?
They are very capable students.
Will you be waiting here with us or heading back to the ship?
My ship has heating.
Respect.
So, will you be waiting here with us or heading back to...
Grave puts a hand on Idris' shoulder. We will not be waiting here with you.
Understood. Ari reaches into her pouch and pulls out the used flare gun and hands it back to Grave.
Idris tosses you a fresh one.
Yeah.
It's not used, right?
Right, I'll hand this off to somebody else.
Up to you.
Won't panic and fire it when they see a classmate die.
Good luck.
Do you wish to speak with Caspian? I'm sure he can provide you with more of an update.
You'll update us at the end.
She's not over yet.
All right.
We were never here.
But you were?
Grave kind of just watches him as he goes back to reclining. For the intents of any reporting, you handle this all on your own, which you did. So, as far as the school is concerned, myself and Idris were never present during this portion.
Am I going to need to write that down?
No, you're not.
Okay.
But Ari,
Yes.
I know it's a rather terrifying concept. It is not unlikely that you will see death. Not capital letter D. I'm not talking about the individual.
Yes.
I acted on instinct as well. When Crow died. I understand. But if this is what we are choosing to do with our lives, doesn't mean that it shouldn't affect us, but it does mean that we should try to keep a cool head.
Yes.
After all, we have... There's a reason that the first thing that we teach you is how to create a lifeline. Even if all of you died on this mission, no one would be gone.
Right. Right.
Right.
I understand that. And I acted
You acted
rashly.
on instinct.
It wasn't the fact that she died. It was that she died in a single hit.
I know. And we can talk more about that later.
Yes, I'm sure. Caspian and Mackenzie will do a better job debriefing.
You've done fine. Take a breath. A deeper one than that. Better. I'll go rejoin Els looking down here.
I'll go pass this flare off to him. Completely off-topic question. Because somehow Crow dying of it reminded me. When does Crow celebrate her birthday?
It's a week and a day.
Oh, thank you.
Of course.
I won't tell her that you told me.
You can. It's all right.
Thank you. And she heads off.
Elle, you see from the top, as Aerie is walking back up towards you, Idris, his ship reappearing, them boarding it, and it taking off to return to where it first landed.
We have to walk all the way back.
Yeah.
But he stands there. He gives Aerie, she's walking back up, a thumbs up and one of his signature smiles. His eyes are closed, so he can't see her reaction.
Why are your eyes closed?
It's one of those.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's one of those goofy smiles. Like in the what was it? The Christmas card that you made.
Oh
Yeah. I determined that was his signature smile because it's
Do
awesome.
another one by the time.
Never coming up on that.
Yeah. Aerie walks up to Elle. Doesn't really make eye contact with him.
Mm-hmm.
And hands him the new flare gun.
Got it.
I will tell everybody when we get to the cave.
Okay. Tell them what.
Aerie just walks into the cave.
Okay, I guess everybody includes me too. And he'll follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aerie kind of goes up to where
Get a grip.
Cass and Mackenzie are.
Cass is just like sitting on a crate, head in his hands. This cannot be happening. How is it? How does he keep coming back?
What are you talking about?
Hi, Ari.
I have some good news, Caspian and
Oh, that's
Mackenzie.
good. I could use some of that. What's...
I spoke with Grave and Idris,
Oh, right.
and they are not failing us. Because they did not actually end up intervening, Idris is
All right.
writing it off as if the flare was never fired.
Speaking of, and Elle will hand the unused flare to Caspian.
Cass will look at it, see that it's loaded.
I am sorry that I went against your instruction.
It's all right, Ari.
Moment of panic.
You did what you thought was right at the moment. But that's what these experiences are for. It's for learning. So, did you learn?
I think so. Yes.
Then, mission accomplished. That's
Well,
what we're here for.
we still need to.
I meant the learning part. Yes, we'll finish the mission.
It's cold. Why is there no fire yet?
Well, nobody started one.
It hasn't
Where's-
exactly been the most
Where's
warming
Crow?
experience.
Crow is going for a walk. She'll be back.
Why-
That's not very good. But
That's never a good sign.
Nope. I think she'll be okay. Trust me.
I can go look for.
No, it's okay.
No, Ari. Crow will return.
All right.
She's like that.
She kind of needs to be by herself. Alone time, if you will.
All right. Well, then why don't you? Do you want to fill everybody in on you've learned, or is
I
it
will
Oh.
get a fire going, Red says, as he kind of just starts. Awesome.
Yes, please, thank you.
And as the fire gets going, and you all begin to settle in for a long and cold evening, that is where we will end tonight's session. Thank you all very, very much for joining us. And I forgot to do this at the
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But a thank you to Ditzy and Ian, our
Academy sponsors.
Academy sponsors. Our Patreon is available. Link should be in the description. To see any behind-the-scenes content that we make.
Today's is a doozy.
We have a little bit of that.
Woo!
As well as any polls and questions, updates on what we're doing and have planned next, and any bonus content that we make. But for now, thank you all very, very much, and we will see you next time. Good night.